The Clintons were already cooked, but now they're burnt toast. Bill and Hillary Clinton subpoenaed to testify on the Jeffrey Epstein ties. In an explosive development, the House Oversight Committee has subpoenaed Bill and Hillary Clinton to testify before congressional investigators on their ties to notorious child trafficker Jeffrey Epstein. The Oversight Committee, led by Chairman James Comer, has escalated its investigation into the Epstein case by issuing subpoenas for testimony from the Clintons and several other high-profile figures. These subpoenas come amid ongoing efforts to uncover the full extent of the Epstein scandal, which has shaken the political and legal world to its core. Those on the subpoena list include key political figures who have long been linked to convicted pedophile Epstein's network. The Clintons, along with former FBI directors James Comey and Robert Mueller, and former attorneys General Loretta Lynch, Eric Holder, William Barr, Jeff Sessions, and Alberto Gonzalez, are all set to be questioned as part of this extensive investigation. The House Committee is determined to dig deeper into the conspiracy surrounding Epstein's operation, as the shadow of this scandal continues to loom over high-level figures. The subpoenas represent a significant step in holding powerful political elites accountable for their possible involvement in Epstein's criminal activities. The investigation has already secured testimony from Epstein's accomplice, Ghislaine Maxwell, who was sentenced to 20 years in prison for her role in Epstein's child sex trafficking operation. Maxwell's deposition has been delayed due to ongoing legal proceedings, but the push for accountability continues. The investigation focuses on uncovering the truth behind Epstein's extensive network, which allegedly included multiple prominent figures. The subpoenas also reflect growing frustration among conservatives, who have long accused the Department of Justice of mishandling the case. As the investigation unfolds, many are questioning whether justice will ever be served, especially given the controversy surrounding Epstein's death in 2019. Epstein, who was facing federal sex trafficking charges at the time of his death, was found dead in his jail cell under suspicious circumstances. Many have long speculated that he was silenced to protect powerful individuals. Despite the DOJ's claim of no incriminating client list, critics, including conservative figures like Steve Bannon and Laura Loomer, accused the DOJ of suppressing key information that could implicate high-ranking officials. Meanwhile, President Donald Trump has stood by Attorney General Pam Bondi, directing her to release any credible evidence related to Epstein's activity. Bondi has since instructed Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche to meet with Maxwell to discuss her involvement and to examine the vast web of connections tied to Epstein's operation. Maxwell's attorney has suggested that his client list has been providing information on 100 different people tied to Epstein. As the GOP pushes for transparency, the Democrats have seized on the issue, raising accusations of hypocrisy. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt has pointed out the glaring inconsistency in the Democrats' call for transparency, given that the party controlled both the White House and Congress for years without taking any action to address Epstein's crimes. Democrats had control of this building, the White House, for 4 years, and they didn't do a dang thing when it came to transparency in regards to Jeffrey Epstein and his heinous crimes, Leavitt said. It was this president who directed the Department of Justice and the Attorney General to do an exhaustive review of all files related to Jeffrey Epstein. Meanwhile, as evidence is mounting that ties them to Epstein's circle, the walls are closing in on Bill and Hillary Clinton. In a related development, Pam Bondi signed an order directing a federal prosecutor to present evidence to a grand jury regarding Hillary Clinton's role in the Russia hoax. Hillary Clinton is cooked, burnt, toast, all of that. She's really done got herself in a big jam. And it's all seemed to be catching up with her as she's getting older and older and older. And that's the worst time to be dealing with such stress. The legal action follows criminal referrals made by the Department of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard, who recently declassified intelligence exposing how the Obama administration allegedly misled the American people regarding false claims of Russian interference in the 2016 election. Hillary Clinton just lost. How bad do you have to lose to create up a false narrative that just might bite you in the butt? That's a sore loser. The DOJ has also moved forward with a grand jury investigation into the Clinton connection, with Bondi asserting that there is clear cause for deep concern regarding the involvement of high-ranking officials. As more details continue to surface, the American people demand accountability for those involved in Epstein's operations. From the Clintons to former intelligence officials, the call for justice is growing louder, and the ongoing investigations could bring significant revelations to light. With the GOP now firmly leading the charge, it's clear that the pursuit of justice for the victims of Epstein's crimes will not stop until the full truth is exposed. The subpoenas issued by House Oversight Committee mark a pivotal moment in the battle against high-level corruption in the deep state. Whether the Clintons or other powerful figures will ultimately be held accountable remains to be unseen. Nevertheless, conservatives will not back down until the truth is brought to light. I don't have a side, but I do have a message. We are not 100% sure if the powerful figures will ultimately be held accountable. It remains to be seen. But I do know that the first step is a subpoena. So that is a great step in the right direction to unfold the truth. The victims need justice. The victims need justice. The victim needs justice. It's not about, what's done is done. So it's not about who is going to be looked at a certain type of way because it's already been done. These victims have to live with these heinous crimes. So now we just need them to be able to be at peace. And truthfully, the high profiles, if this is all uncovered and whatever happens, let the chips fall where they may, they should also be peaceful because now the truth is let out. You ever know when you was growing up and you got in trouble and your parents never brought it up to you and just ate you up? That's how they have to feel. And if they don't, they are just not human. So it would be very beneficial to both sides if the truth is just told. Another thing is, Maxwell does not need to get a lesser sentence. She doesn't need to be pardoned because she had her hand in the pot as well. Just because you're telling the truth now, when she already got caught up lying under oath, so we don't even know what's true and what's not true coming from this lady. Maxwell, that is. However, if she is telling the truth, you don't get a cookie for telling the truth because you are already dirty. I thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.